here today with us. I am Luis Trigo. Everybody calls me Trigo. I am the Director of International Strategy here at the University of Seville. I also teach in this school, so I used to be in this in that position. The reason we are here is to present you the project Move for All. Move for All is a project inside the European University Alliance called EGT1.2, the European Alliance that the University of Seville coordinates. The line of action of EGT1.2 there is an action to promote, to go forward the resilience and the gift opportunities for the less, for the people with less opportunities, and this sense in this action line move forward with the development. The result was a guide for people doing mobility that Maria is going to present us. Maria is a student of the University, is a member of the ECA also. And the reason that Maria is here with us today is they are very active in the project, sharing with us, with the academic people, their expertise in putting into the guide to the project. It is very important that the people who do the work, people like you, present the result, because the result is for you, for people like you. The importance of this project is something that we have to be clear, and we are in the way of transformation in university. Project like that made that possible. This guide is not only a paper, it's something that we are going to implement in the 8th University of Seville, starting from the University of Seville. So it's very important to know that initiative, that you can know that the initiative is already here, and to demand extra things in your university, and demand extra things for us, because the way we are demanded, we are creating this. So this is important. I'm going to see it there. If you have any question after my presentation, I'm looking forward to
Hello everyone. My name is Maria, as Angel said. I'm 21 years old and I study Spanish philology in the University of Seville. I'm also a volunteer of ESN of Seville, and I'm here represented, as he said, Mobility for All. I would like to start saying thank you. Thank you very much to the organizer for this invitation, because being here today is an honor not only for me, but also for all the volunteers in the section. And thank you also to you for coming today, for showing interest in the project, and for listening to me. Okay, my purpose today is to present some general information about Mobility for All. So I'm going to explain the planning we are following. First, I will give that information, and then we will move from the guideline. So to expand on the information I will give today, I recommend you to go to the guideline directly, because it's free, it's available to everyone in several languages, so you can read it. Okay, Mobility for All is a project. It's a project dedicated to the inclusion of people with special needs in the Erasmus program, because, as you can imagine, students with disabilities are still underrepresented in international mobility programs. I have a question for you now. Have you listened this name, Mobility for All, before the session? Any of you? Okay, it is the first time. I'm going to explain it. So, what is the purpose of this project? We try to support higher education institutions the actors involved in mobility to create a safe and accessible environment for all the students. This is very important because if we want to make changes, it is essential to train not only the teachers, but also the staff, bodies, associations, and all the actors involved in international mobility programs. Just this way, we will ensure that learning difficulties are not an obstacle to international mobility, and we will ensure that the Erasmus program reaches everyone. That is our purpose. But to achieve this goal, a range of adaptations need to be made. Please pay attention to this word, adaptations, because it will be a key word in the project, and I will use it several times in today's session. Okay, I want to try this. Please stand this code to clap. Everyone ready? Okay. Now you need a code. I'm trying to project. Okay, yeah. Yeah, of course, sorry. Yeah. No. Get it? Okay. Move again. Here. Okay. I know you have a lot of experience in your different sections, so I would like to know what adaptation tool you made to improve the inclusion of people with special needs in Erasmus program. And yeah.
What would be the code?
The code.
It's there, small, top right.
Yeah.
SC by here.
Can you see? I try to create. Yeah. I don't know why it's so small. Yeah, I write. Yes. No? Yeah. Okay, so I would like to hear your ideas, your suggestions, and then I will explain what adaptations are offered in the project. Now this is a code again, and you need to vote. Okay, volunteer training, mobility, anything else? Wow. Yeah, workshops, tutor. Yeah, it is a keyword tutor also. I will speak about it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the biggest word are accessibility and volunteer training. Accommodation. Okay, it's enough. Thank you very much for the ideas. It's moving. Still? Okay, thank you. I move again to the presentation. Okay. In the guideline, you will find different adaptations offered by the creators of the project. On the one hand, we must provide special personal material and communication resources to access university studies. On the other hand, the training, timetable, methodology, and the type of evaluation must be adapted. Some specific examples of the adaptation you will find in the guide are the following. First of all, before they arrival to the new country, the sending institution is responsible for the selection process and the preparation of the students. The preparation should include informative meetings, intercultural preparation, linguistic preparation, and way to connect the student with native people. For this purpose, the PADI program is really useful. Are you familiarized with PADI program? Yeah. Because I suppose you have learned Erasmus or you have participated in So, BATIC program, as you know, is a project that consists of the assignment of a student from the host university to the Erasmus student before they arrival to the new city. So, even before the start of the Erasmus, our students have a person assigned that will help him or her in everything. In the administrative process, in the university system, if they want to make more friends, if they need to connect with other people, if they need to discover the city, the body is always a helping hand. So the body program is really helpful, really helpful, and can be managed by ISE or by the host university. Sometimes there is a body from both places. Okay. The body program is really helpful, as I say, because you have lived an Erasmus and you know about the fears and the anxiety we live during the full process. Fear of lack of support services, fear of lack of accessibility information, concern about the learning agreement, fear of not being included among the students, fear of encountering bureaucratic challenges, and worry about not receiving information about capabilities. So if any students feel like this, imagine a student with disability. It's terrible. I'm going to read a paragraph now that you can find in the guideline, and in my opinion, it summarizes very well the purpose of this project. If these fears are common to any students, in the case of the students with special needs, they may be perceived and experienced as impossible barriers due to the inaccessibility of facilities and services combined with the lack of the specific support the student may need. Okay. To facilitate the inclusion of people with special needs, both the sending and the receiving institution should develop a support mobility plan. This will include a virtual meeting to get to know each other, logistical preparation, development of the value system, and mentoring. We should take advantage of mentoring or tutorial, that is a word you write in the platform, because it is really a very useful tool. Through mentoring, the teachers can identify different problems in the subjects, can resolve doubts, expand on the content, and monitor the student on a daily basis. In addition, the teachers can change the methodology or the type of evaluation if they realize that something is not working. Therefore, during the stay, it is very important for the student with a disability to have tutorials with both the home university and the host university. Another very useful resource we already use in ESSA are accessibility symbols. Do you know what it is, right? Okay, accessibility symbols are emoticons that we use to inform about the characteristics of the different activities we organize in the section. For example, if we organize an activity that involves a high level of noise, such as a bus tour or a beer pong, we indicate these characteristics on our students using these symbols. Or for instance, if it is an activity that involves movement, for example, hiking, it is also indicated. As well, in SSB, we always have several volunteers in each activity. Thanks to this, if a student with a disability needs it, there will always be a person who will focus exclusively on him or her. So it's really helpful. Then, if we want to get the project on the right track, we cannot ignore one fundamental aspect. People with disabilities have different needs. That is why we will first judge a general plan in all people with disabilities, and then we will make more specific adaptations depending on the difficulty that each person presents. In the guide, this includes a part dedicated to the description of the different diseases. This is divided into 4 sections. Each section analyzes the characteristics of the number of disabilities it covers. The guide includes physical disabilities, hearing and vision impairment, dyslexia, autism, attention deficit, and mental health. I will read a paragraph that again summarizes the reason for the inclusion of this second part. Every type of disability has many faces, and every person is different. The first and most important recommendation the guideline wants to offer is to understand the complexity and diversity of every human being. The first fundamental step is to get to know the students, their expectations, their fears, their special needs, and their perception of them. Only then you will be able to identify the barriers they may face in a mobility abroad, understand their needs, and find solutions that turn obstacles into opportunities. We follow? As you can see, the purpose of this project is truly ambitious and exciting. There is a high mountain to climb, but we also believe that it is possible and that with hard work and effort, we can achieve it. Nonetheless, there are some aspects we have to take into account in order to approach it correctly. Firstly, the legal framework on equal opportunities for people with disabilities may be different from one country to another. So we must adjust to the legal situation in each country. Then, despite the efforts of the different services, there are types of support or assistance available to a student at his or her home university that are not available at the host university. Then some scholarships, grants, services are regulated by national laws on social protections and equal opportunities at national level. Okay, on this basis, what shall we focus on now? It is time to reflect and work together to make some important decisions. The purpose of this project is to establish minimum or maximum criteria for selecting academic, social, and logistical support to facilitate the inclusion of our students with disabilities. On the other hand, there are some recommendations that are important to follow. First, we cannot single out a person with a disability or make it public that he or she has a disability unless we have their permission. Then, as I said, we should take advantage of mentoring as a very useful tool. Now, I would like to insist in the fact that this project is a result of the work of all the people involved in a mobility. So it is essential to help not only the teachers, but also all the people involved. Now, if I have 2 minutes only, I'm going to show you the guide. Here it is. It's created for mobility officer, academic staff, tutors, and students. And if you go through the guide, you can see that it is include a link by it's here. Here you have all the information about the program, the project, and then if you click the link, you go to the webpage, Mobility Forum, and then here you have the partner that participates in the community, University of Seville, Universidad de Genova, and different partners. Also, you have the goal and all the information about, and also the contact. So, if you want to expand on the information and get more details, please consult the guideline directly. Okay, now, would you like to speak anything else, Andre? Yeah. To answer if they have questions. Then we are running out of time, but I have a question for them.
I think this Maria explained very well. As I said, it's important to show you how in the European University Odysseus, and in this case University of Seville, we are aware that this is very important. And that one thing that I see in Odysseus is that we are doing the things under the concept of co-creation. This is the reason why this kind of project involve academic, non-academic staff, and students that in this case is very important. Now if you want to ask something, you have 2 more minutes and we can ask.
What do you think is the most disruptive idea in sort of this project context?
I think the commitment to implement the guideline, not only to write it, because the needs are there, and there are a lot of programs that they are seeing that in that direction, but we have the commitment to go forward in this commitment.
I have a question about the tool. I see on the homepage you also plan to do a training for mobility officers, I think to promote the guidelines. And I was just wondering if this training happening already or
yes, as you said, because one of the first words that appeared in the survey was the voluntary training. This is very important to give specific training for people that are going to involve with this kind of mobility, because at the end, from the general point of view, you have to go to the specific one. They need special training, because in universities, occurs that the people who work in the administrative staff is used to do some process, but you have to go forward and give the specific training to give the people with special needs